Bengtzen with the Utah Life Real Estate Group. Today I wanted to chat with you about what's happening in the Utah real estate market and are we heading towards another crash? So oftentimes I get asked, hey, where are we at in the market and the prices are appreciating like crazy and do you foresee another bubble coming? And so oftentimes I'll say, well, let's look back at what happened 10 years ago and what's different from today. And really, so you can see why as real estate professionals and the economists are saying that we don't see a housing crash coming in Utah anytime in the near future. So if we rewind 10 years ago, if you guys remember, anybody could get a loan. Meaning if you had a good credit score and you said you made a certain amount of money, it was basically a stated income loan and they would lend you the money for the house. The lenient lending guidelines on this made it to where people were purchasing homes they should not have been purchasing and they ultimately could not afford. You add that on to the new construction going at a rapid pace 10 years ago and builders just building like crazy to keep up, led to really the market getting saturated and then the amount of defaults happening because people couldn't qualify or not qualify, pay for their homes with the short sales and foreclosures, and it ended up creating a real estate bubble / crash in 2008. Since then, quite a few things have changed. Lending guidelines got a lot more restrictive. If you've purchased a home and then last few years you've known that they want you to document everything. On top of that, another factor is that new construction back when everything tanked pretty much halted. So our inventory has been to where it's been incredibly low. So let's look at Utah in general. Utah in general has a phenomenal job economic landscape. Unemployment rates are the lowest in the nation. They're in the 1 percentile, where in the national is like I think it's 3.8, close to 4%. As well as with the great economic landscape, a lot of companies are moving into Utah. I'm sure you've heard the term Silicon Slopes, as well as just with the affordability index of how much people can afford, what quality and size of home, and Utah is freaking awesome anyway, right? So all of that, and then the businesses moving in, we're seeing a surplus of people coming to Utah. And so you add in the factor that building really did stop. So we don't have as much inventory. You've got great job growth happening in the state as well as low unemployment rates. You've got phenomenal interest rates still. And then on top of that, builders are building right now, but they're not building at the pace that they were back in 2006. So all of those factors are causing prices to go high. So that's what you're seeing, this rapid appreciation in our market. However, all those factors are telling us that it's not going to stop. We would have concern if interest rates were on the rise, but they're not crazy. As well as if we didn't have the economic forecast that we have coming into the state, then we'd be a little bit concerned. But right now they're saying we have more households moving in than we have households in the state of Utah. So that's building up the pent up amount of inventory or lack of that you're seeing, and that's why you're seeing prices go up. So what does this mean to you? If you're a seller thinking that you want to sell your home, now is a phenomenal time. You will get top dollar out of your home. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to downsize, or my family's expanding, or we've seen a lot of people that are becoming empty nesters moving out of the state or moving to St. George, it's a great time to get top dollar for your home. If you are a buyer, it's a phenomenal time because of interest rates. So you can still qualify and get a phenomenal interest rate to get you into that home that you want. So really, and with new construction, people are building, the builders are building, and so it's a great time if you're thinking, hey, I want a brand new home, it's a phenomenal time for that as well. So it is just a great housing market. We don't see that it's gonna go down anytime soon. Yes, it's going to go down at some point. We know history repeats itself, but we don't see a crash happening anytime soon, especially like we saw back in 2008. If you guys have any questions on this information, feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is below, or anybody on our team. We're all here to help you, and we hope you have a great summer.